Andrea in Wheatley Heights, New York, and welcome to the sexy kitchen. Look at it! I've got my sexy wave light. It's on a dimmer. You can have a nice romantic dinner here at the table and dim the lights. Top down, bottom up, Hunter Douglas blinds. My sexy sconces that match the wave light. Okay. The mirrored tile, the contemporary cabinets, dark cherry wood. When I first moved to Long Island in 2006, they had a home expo at the college in Farmingdale, and there were a number of vendors, and Alure was among them. And I went around deliberately because I knew at some point I was going to change my kitchen. And I went like slamming the cabinet doors and like really going over trying to, see how durable everything was. And by far, hands down, Alure had the sturdiest cabinets. And I said, whenever I get some money, they're coming to do my kitchen. I visited as a follow-up to the home show. They had some sort of event. I think I was on a mailing list, and they invited me, and I went. And I was very impressed by the displays I saw in the showroom. Everybody was so nice. We have, Brian Curry, he could come out. So I don't care, because I know whoever you said, they're going to do a fabulous job, and they sure did. Well, I warned Brian when he first came. I said, listen, I have champagne taste and water money. So you've got to try to keep me, as close within budget as possible. And he, went over everything. Like, he was very thorough in his presentation about what Alure does whenever they do a renovation. And he invited me, once we signed on the dotted line, the next step was going to the showroom to pick out the tile. And he kind of got an idea when he first met with me at the initial meeting regarding my taste, because he asked a lot of questions. He was here, poor thing was here like 4 hours on a Friday night. So he was well prepared when I went in to pick everything out, and he had samples that, sort of fit my taste. And I said, well, can we tweak this tile a little bit for the backsplash? I said, I want something more blingy with a pop. So he went right to the back and came back with the sample of this, and I said, that's it. I thought we'd be here forever looking for tile, and like we solved the problem in less than 5 minutes. So he was awesome. And he found me cabinets on sale. Awesome. You need to call them immediately. I wasn't even here like 90% of the time that they did the work. I was at work, and that was a huge concern to me about who's going to be in my house. I can't like take 4 weeks off of work and be here every day standing over you. They have top of the line insurance. I live in a co-op, so they had to interface a lot with the management and the super, and even my management agency was raving about their insurance, the fact that they sent the certificate right away because apparently no one else does. Came home every day, everything was cleaned up. They cleaned up behind themselves. Everything was intact. Nobody stole from me. I didn't have any hassles, any problems. So, if I got a phone call at work, it was like, well, are you sure you want this here? And just a clarification call. It was never any huge problem. So it took a huge load off of me. They did my renovation during the holidays, which is a stressful time as it is. So I didn't have to worry about like my Christmas and Thanksgiving being too interrupted with the work that was going on. Everything went smoothly. And I can't say that for other contractors, and I have had experience with other contractors, which is another reason why I said, nope, we'll be going with Alure. Oh, my grandmother. She was doing a bathroom renovation at her home in Queens around the same time I started my kitchen project. And when she found out, how much I was paying for my kitchen to be done, she's like, are you crazy? That's too much money. And I said, but, I want it done right. I want it done a certain way, and I'm confident that they're going to be able to deliver. and give me a quality cabinet, because I had cheap cabinets already. That was the whole purpose of why the kitchen was being redone, because the cabinets were falling apart. And I said, I want, you know, top of the, I need top quality. I don't want to have to redo my kitchen 5 years after I just spend this money to put it in. And she used some contractor, and on the surface, when the job was finished, it looked, you know, looked nice. And she's like, well, how does it look? And then I'm looking around, and she wanted to use a toilet that she had just recently purchased before the renovation. So it was still new, but they left it on this marble slab that was part of the old floor. They never took it off, so it wasn't level with the new floor that she just paid all this money to have installed. And I'm like, why did they do this? Because now when you go and you mop your floor, all the water's going to seep under there, and then your tile's going to start popping up like popcorn. If you called Allure, you wouldn't have had these problems. Brian is awesome. He even came and helped me pick out the paint colors, because I'm like, well, what are we doing here now that, you know, I have all this fabulousness? Like, we got to get some nice colors that really make it pop. Because I found the light online at overstock.com. I saw this light, and I'm like, Brian, do you think this is going to fit? Because, like, we're right within the measurements. It's like maybe 2 inches off, but I need this light in my life, and you got to hang it here over the table by the window. And he's like, but your HVAC duct is in the way. I'm like, I don't care. Make it work. Do something. I already ordered the light. I already paid for the light. I want this light. So he did come up with a solution where they actually removed about maybe 5 or 6 inches of my HVAC duct and relocated it just so I could hang my light. Thanks, Brian. Sexy kitchen.